What are the top 6 fastest growing economies in the world? Many countries have experienced major increases in economic growth over the past decade, but out of them all, what are the ones which have experienced the most? In this video, we will talk about what countries grew the most, how they achieved it, and the financial battles they had to face along the way. Our first contender is the vibrant nation of India. With a population exceeding 1.3 billion people, India has been making waves in the global economy. From its booming technology sector to its labour force, the economy has experienced huge economic growth since 1991. India's GDP growth rate is increasing because of a diverse economy that includes IT, manufacturing, and agriculture. The country's commitment to growing as an economy shows the reason why it is one of the best growing economies in the world. One of the main ways the economy grew is through India's IT and software services sector. It has been a major driver of economic growth. The country became a global outsourcing hub for its services, including software development, customer support, and business process outsourcing. Cities like Bangalore and Hyderabad became prominent hubs, attracting international companies and contributing massively to India's GDP. Next up, we head to South America, where Brazil is located. Gifted with large quantities of natural resources, Brazil's growth is deeply connected to sectors like agriculture, mining, and renewable energy. This is one of the main reasons why Brazil has gained so much economic growth. Natural resources, including iron ore, oil, and other minerals, have caused the country's GDP to skyrocket. The extraction and export of these resources have been crucial for the Brazilian economy. The mining sector, in particular, has played a significant role in generating revenue and encouraging economic growth. Another reason for Brazil's rapid economic development is trading and agriculture. Brazil is a major player in the global trading market. The country has been a significant exporter of agricultural products such as soybeans, sugarcane, coffee, and beef. The expansion of agricultural production and exports contributed to economic growth, especially during periods of high global trading prices. Moving to Southeast Asia, Indonesia has had steady economic growth. The country has consistently maintained a stable and positive GDP growth rate over the years. This growth is often attributed to a combination of domestic consumption, investment, and exports. With a growing middle class and an increasingly urbanized population, this has been a significant driver of economic growth. This trend is expected to continue as income levels rise. Investments in infrastructure projects such as transportation, energy, and telecommunications have been made to improve connectivity and support economic activities. Infrastructure development can enhance productivity and attract both internal and external investments. Our next economy on this list is Turkey. With its rich history and strategic location, Turkey has had a stable GDP growth rate because of its various economic sectors, which include manufacturing, tourism, and a growing service sector. These contribute significantly to its economic growth. Government initiatives focusing on innovation and infrastructure further solidified Turkey's position as a key player in the global economy. Turkey is a popular tourist destination, attracting visitors from around the world. Tourism has been a significant contributor to the country's GDP as it provides employment and money is generated from the purchases people do when they visit the country. Another reason for Turkey's success is the country's export base. With a focus on manufacturing and textiles, the country strategically positioned itself as a bridge between Europe and Asia, taking advantage of its geographical location. Heading to Africa, Nigeria finds its way on our list. With a dynamic and youthful population, Nigeria's growth story is marked by diverse sectors. Nigeria maintains a GDP growth rate of 2.54% because of its oil production and large population. Nigeria is the second largest oil and gas producer in Africa, and its economy has historically been highly dependent on oil revenues. Fluctuations in global oil prices can significantly impact the country's economic performance. During periods of high oil prices, Nigeria experienced economic growth due to increased revenue from oil exports. Nigeria also has a large and youthful population, which can contribute to economic growth if properly used. A growing workforce can lead to increased productivity and economic output if there are sufficient employment opportunities and investment in education. The country's efforts to grow its economy and increase its GDP contributed to its impressive economic performance. Now let's talk about the economic giant, China. The country's economic story begins with Deng Xiaoping reforming China in the late 1970s. These changes marked a shift from a centrally planned economy to a more market-oriented one, encouraging private enterprise, foreign investment, and opening up to the global economy. China invested heavily in infrastructure projects such as high-speed railways, highways, ports, and airports. This not only facilitated domestic connectivity, but also positioned China as a global trade hub. The infrastructure development played a massive role in boosting productivity, efficiency, and attracting foreign investment. China created a strategy of export-led growth, becoming a major manufacturer in the world. This involved using its existing labor force, low production costs, and providing good conditions for foreign companies to set up production facilities. China became a key player in global supply chains, which rapidly grew its economy. Urbanization also played a crucial role. On one hand, it provided a steady supply of labor for the growing industrial sector. On the other hand, it created an increasing consumer class. As people moved to cities, they became part of the workforce and contributed to the growth of a domestic consumer market. And there you have it, the 6 fastest growing economies in the world. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and comment your favorite country down below.